Alright, today I am going to videotape how to get this tire off of this rim and how to get a new tire onto the rim. And I'm not using any machines. I'm just using hand tools, just these hand tools right here. I got three of them, three of these things, and these are stainless steel. These are probably just steel. And okay, these on the end, they have two types of curves there, and these are both basically the same. And you need those curves, you really do. And these are the same length too. And these are a lot shorter, and they're just I don't know if they're just stainless steel or if they got chrome on them or what. One end is just pretty much straight. The other end has got a little bit of a curve on it. And I got three of them. And they're pretty thick. They're pretty thick too. So it's not like I'm going to bend them. So here is, it's called a bead buster. XB 452. And here is what it looks like. It's got a plastic piece here. Most of it is metal. It's got a bolt here, and it's got a bolt here, and they're both 3/4 inch. First thing you do, back this off, back this part off. And then you can see this kind of foot here. Okay, if you go down on this bolt, you can see what it does. That's what's going to break the bead. Okay, so that has to be up all the way. Okay, so all you do is you push this underneath the bead, underneath the rim. As best as you can. They say to actually lube it with soap, but I don't think you really need to. Okay, and then start tightening this up, which is this arm right here. It has a piece of plastic on it, so it kind of protects your rim. Okay, and they say that you want to tighten that until it's vertical. I say you want to tighten it until it's just about vertical. Certainly don't really want to go past vertical. Okay, right there. You can see that's on there steady. Really steady. And then just tighten this up and it should break that bead. And you can see it move the tire past the bead. And you back off of it. And you unclamp it. And you can see it doesn't look like it did much, but it actually did. Okay, you move it a little bit. Do another spot. Okay, and I took it down. Okay, let's keep going here. I like to kind of tighten this by hand, just so I'm not rubbing it in there, you know, using up my battery. Oops. Okay, down again. This is like the best tool in the world. I'm glad I bought that. Okay. So from right here to right here, it's broke. So I maybe could just jump on it a little bit and it might come. Let me just try that. Just stand on it. I'm a good 240. Yep. There we go. So that broke the bead. So that side is done. Okay, let's go to the other side. Get the tool out again. Okay. There it came loose. Okay. And I should say that these are lubricated. You know, you put lubricant on there just to make sure that you're not screwing anything up. Okay, so I think we're done with that, and it's already loose. Okay, so it's loose on both sides. Now we're going to get the rubber over the rim. Okay. So, what you want to do, on every rim, there's a place where the rim goes in. On this rim, it's back here. You can see it goes in and then it goes farther in, right around here. And what that's for is for when you take a tire off or put one on, that tire can fit in there and get over the rim. If you tried to take this tire off this way, there is no indentation here. The indentation is in the back of the rim. So you got to take the tire off the back of the rim. Otherwise, you probably will never get that tire off, or you'd probably damage it. So every rim should have that on. Okay, so we'll take the tire off the back, and that's what you want to do anyway, is take the tire off the back, because if this were a new rim, it would be nice and chrome, and you wouldn't want to ruin that. Okay, so starting on the back side. Okay, I'm going to take one of my big spoons and let's see, am I going to lube this up? This is an old tire too. Yeah, I probably should. Okay, so what you should do, a lot of times I use soap, dishwashing soap, Dawn dishwashing soap, whatever. Okay, and you just want to, lube up around the bead of the rim and probably the tire. I tried using some of this Bead Buster tire mount lubricant paste, vegetable based, and it seemed to work. The only thing that bothered me was it says Warning: causes irritation, avoid contact with skin and eyes, flush eyes for 15 minutes, use soap and water for skin. Well, you know, if I'm going to do that, I might as well just use soap then. So, you know, lube this up. So, a bunch of soap on there. You can always clean this off after I get the rim off. After I get the tire off the rim. Okay, so lube up around there, and then I'm gonna lube up around the rubber. And yes, I'm trying to hurry because I'm videotaping this. Okay, I'll do the other side of the rubber when I get to it. Okay, so that just helps it slip past the rim. So I'm going to use one of these. Doesn't matter which one I use, they're both the same. Okay, so I'm just going to grab the tire. I'm going to use it like this. The rim is going to be on this part of it. I'm going to grab the tire with the end. I'm going to slip it past. Okay. It didn't do much, right? So it's sitting there. It's ready to go right back where it was. So that's kind of why you need two of these. Okay, so let it go down. Hopefully you can see this. Hopefully I can see it. Okay, so you want to grab it with two of these far enough apart. Oops. You know, probably as far as you can. Okay. Now they're kind of staying there. Okay, so I've grabbed it far enough. Okay, then what I did last time was, on the last rim, down below here, you can grab onto the tire and pull it over. And let's see if I can do it over here. Ooh. Yep, okay, it's kind of bending these, but there you go. Okay, so you know it's almost there. This is loose, and these have a kind of a lip on them. Grab it right there, bring it over, bring it over, bring it over, and it's done. Okay. So that's off of there. Okay. Now the tougher one. The tougher one is on this next one because you can't do it the same way. In order to do it the same way, you would have to get underneath it, and the tire is in the way because it's up. So there's a different way you have to do it. Okay, so I'm going to lube up the other side. Okay, with some more soap. And I'll show you that spot in the rim where it goes in, which every rim should have, so that you can get the tire off. Okay, so we're on the second bead here, and I've got those a little over 6 inches apart, and I flipped the tire over the rim. Okay, so I flipped it around, and let's see here. Where's my tape measure? Okay, started with them about 6.5 inches apart, or about 6 inches apart, and now they're about 6.5. And let's see, I think I'm gonna stick my really big bar, this one with the, it's got a little bit of a curve on it, goes to here, it's probably 2.5 feet. And I also have this one too. That one there. So we'll try them. Okay, on the second bead, this is what's doing it. 2 very long bars, and wood underneath there, and a lot of leverage. I put those 2 spoons in from the other side to start it, and they were, you know, 6 inches apart, 6.5, something like that, and I flipped them both at the same time. But this is working. It is getting past that. We're quite a ways. I can feel it starting to come. Okay, so this is what I'm ultimately doing, getting the second bead out. I've got one kind of stuck in there. I've even hammered it a little bit over so that it doesn't move, which it was doing. And then I'm just working this to the right, pushing down on it and then grabbing it again. And I haven't really been lubing that up, and it's kind of turning a little bit, that lip of the rubber. Okay, so it's almost out. Well, you can see how far it had to go. I mean, it's ready to slip right out of there, but that's almost halfway. That is almost halfway. I had to use that long bar, go along with that wood, get underneath the lip. You can see that's what it's doing with the lip. It's really not doing it there. So actually, if you grabbed it from the other side with 2 of those spoons, and then flipped it over, have the spoons about 6 inches apart, 6.5, and then grabbed it with this big long one, and it's got a curve on it so that when I put that wood underneath there, I've got some leverage. And then just work your way over, and if you lube that up, I don't think you would be breaking any of that rubber, because I'm not even breaking it right now. The only time you break it is when you use something like that, you know, with a hook on it. Okay, so it's out. All right, here we go. This is the second part of changing a tire. Okay, first of all, notice on this rim, the channel right here. That's where the tire goes in to get it around the other side. That is on the back side, which is good because that's where we want to be prying around, is the back side, not the good side, which is pretty bad to begin with. Okay. And then the other thing is, sticker tire from Walmart. It's a P216 70R14. Okay, here's what I wanted to say about this. Notice how wide this is. 8 inches from here to here. Look at this tire. You can see it. Look at this tire. From there to there, let me get my tape measure. Right here. From there to there, 5.5. 5.5 inches. So here's what we have to do. Get that out like that, which is very hard to do after you put it on. Very hard to do, but I found a way of doing it. I had found a way of doing it before, but it didn't work on this one. Sometimes, like I said, you can use a come-along. You can use a come-along, wrap it around the tire, and squish the tire together, which would pull that out. And it did not work on this one. Okay. So, what do I want to do first? Okay. Critical for this, you want a clamp like this that's all plastic that will clamp to the rim and hold to the rim so that the tire, when you're putting the tire on and going around it, the tire won't just keep coming out all the way around it. Okay. Now, I'll put the rim, oh jeez. Put the rim down. I've made sure that I've got a good stem on there, a good rubber stem. Decide which way I want to put the tire on here. I think I wanted this little sticker thing that I tried to take off to the back, even though I think they don't show. I don't even know why they put them on there. I wish they wouldn't. They put them on right at the bead. Okay, here we go. So let's lube this thing up. Again, let's get this thing up with some soap. Okay, and then I'm going to lube that up with some soap. First one I'm going to do is this one. Okay, so we'll just do that one for now. Do the other one later. Okay, so it's going to go on there just like that. And who knows, sometimes you get lucky and the thing just goes right on there. With hardly any kind of pushing or without any kind of leverage. Sometimes they do. This one is not going to because I found that out yesterday. Okay, so try and get as far on there as I can. And you know, you could try jumping on it. Usually you're not gonna screw anything up. get so far. Okay, so it's like half on, half off. Okay, so, yeah, okay. So let's put this on. Okay, so put it on the rim like this. That will stop the tire from going anywhere, which will help me get the tire on. And like I said, it's plastic. It's going to stay in place. Okay, that's on there pretty good. Okay, you can see it. Okay, now, let's see if I can do that again. Okay, now I'm going to use these things, and you have to do this to stretch the tire over the rim. Hopefully, little by little. And this might take some trial and error. Okay. It's always good to have a couple of these. And you can see it went right to that clamp. But we're holding it. Okay. So now I'm going to take the next spoon, and whichever way works best, get it underneath there, move it close to the other one as I can, and do a little bit more. Put that down. Got it underneath there. Let's just leave that one kind of there, pull this one out. Okay. That's the only one I picked this up, it might come out. Okay, well that's how close I am. From there to there. And I got the clamp right here. Okay. Ooh. Oh, okay. So these are working better. Let me get the other end under there. Hands are all full of soap. Okay. Okay, there we go. So, okay, so that's on there. Now we gotta get the other one on there. Okay, so we'll move this up. I don't know that I've ever lubed a tire up that much before. But this one I'm making an exception. Okay. Ugh. So I'm gonna do the same thing. And actually I think this one should be easier because there's nothing in the road. Okay, we've still got our clamp on there. I might have to take it off. Oh no, get around it. Okay, so you can see what happens. The edge of that lip catches on the rim. And that's why it tears. I wish there was something you could do to get it to not do that. Okay, so I'm going to work it as far as I can. I'm using my body weight. Okay, and then when I get so far, I'm going to have to start using spoons, either the big ones or the small ones. See how easy that was? That's why this is gonna be easy. See, it goes right in there. My whole problem yesterday wasn't this. The whole problem yesterday was getting the bead to get out, to come out. Spent a lot of time on that. Hold that right there. I'll just take some small, and I am grabbing the rim too. So yeah, there's going to be a little bit of wear, metal on metal. You can see I got from here to here to go. This is stopping it. You know, I'm getting underneath there with that hook. Best thing to do is probably just leave that there. We only got one or two left to go. Oh. Now I can't get underneath there because it's so tight. Oh, there we go. There we go. It's on there. Now for the hard part. Take our clamp off. This is just another simple thing that is really good along with the bead breaker. I'd never seen one of these before, but that's worth every penny. You can see that's the foot that comes down and breaks the bead. Okay. Yeah, it's wrong the way that this works. Ooh, these are slippery with that soap all over it. Oh. Okay, this is working pretty good. Okay. It's harder. Only got a little bit left. These are really slippery. Okay. Okay. Oof. It's possible I could just step on it and it might go in there. I got here to here left. Yeah, see, I don't like that because it's just kind of ripping that bead. Hold on. Oh, there we go. There we go. That doesn't rip the seam it doesn't rip the bead as much, or at all. Okay, so it's on there. Get this off of here. I also got to put a valve stem in there at some point. And to do that, here's what you use. One of these babies. You stick it in from the inside. That screws on to the valve, the screw part, and you're able to use this as leverage to pull it through. Otherwise, it's really, really hard to get it through. Okay. So what I want to see is if it'll go up onto the bead without me hitting on it. Really got to have one side in before I can pull on the other one and get the air in it. Well, it's tight. It's tight to try and move it. I don't know, maybe I got to do this side first. Oh. Oh. Okay, let me see if I can just hit it over like I was doing yesterday on the other one. You know, it doesn't, oh, you know what? Just using the other one. It doesn't hurt anything to hit on the back side. Hit on the back side of that bead. Oh, it didn't move at all. Oh, which is not cool. Oh, it might have went a little bit. But it's rubber, so it just bounces around. Oh, Jesus. Okay, well, it kind of went over there. It's stuck. It's stuck down here. Wow, it's actually pretty stuck down here too, which might actually be good enough to put air in. Wow. Maybe I'll try and put air in it. Okay. Let me try and put air in it. I don't have a lot of this pounded in here. I don't have a lot of that bead pounded in there. In fact, none of it's pounded in there now. There's a big gap all the way around here. It's sort of tight. It might be airtight, and that might be good enough. Find out real quick. Okay, I didn't pound it in there much. For some reason they don't want to go into that ridge around there. Okay, so I got 80 psi in here, so it's going to be a lot less when it hits that. Wish it was more. Okay, so I got to flip this around and then get that air nozzle from the back side, which is going to be tough. Oh, way too much work. I don't know how I'm supposed to do this. You can hear it leaking out. Well, if I can put knees on it, legs on it. I can't get through that stem. Last time when I had it upside down like this, it just fell down. But you can see it's on there. It's tight on there. I have no way of pushing down on it. Oh! Okay, well, unfortunately I ran out of memory. But it worked. Now it worked. So I got air in there. It pushed it out. It actually pushed out one side to make it pop. I used to remember that they used to do it on both sides, but maybe I've got just so much lubricant, so much soap on there that they're not really popping. But the one popped. It's too bad I didn't get it on video because, like I said, I ran out of memory. But it's on there, and I barely had to. I didn't have to pound like I did the other day at all. I mean, I think I did one or two or maybe three spots, just a little bit, with hammer and the same gray one that I had that, you know, I mushroomed the end on. But I only did it in like 2-3 spots, and it wasn't, I could put my fingers all the way around it, and it still was enough to make it tight enough that it held air and pushed it out. Okay, so this is cool. Got my tire on there, probably balance it now.